Hey everyone, Adam here. Now in this video what I want to do is I want to introduce you to where I acquire some of the training supplies that I use for the training here at my dojo. I get asked the question quite often where we get the Fukuro Shinai, or the training swords that we use that are kind of like the Kendo Shinai, you know, the split bamboo swords. But the problem with the Kendo Shinai and why we don't use them in training is because that bamboo for like thrusting and a lot of the contact that we do on skin, it can be dangerous, and also the amount of impact that we do. We don't wear armor, we don't use men or do, like we don't have any of the armor on really. So we're hitting right to bare body, and oftentimes, obviously we don't want to risk damage to anybody. So what I want to do in this video is I want to share with you the different types of padded training swords, the Fukuro Shinai, that we use and where we get them from. There are really three different places that we source our Shinai from. The first one is from the Hombu dojo of my organization, and these are made, and sometimes they're kind of hard to get, but they're made at the Honbu dojo, and they're basically a leather sleeve that are stitched right here with the Honbu dojo emblazoned on it, the Jinenkan, and then sort of this leather cord is tied around the bamboo, and as you can hear, it's split in there. And then it's sort of electric tape here on both ends. And this has sort of been the classical Shinai of the organization that I belong to and what we train with. They go for around $60, somewhere around there. And our organization makes them in both long and short swords. There's usually some padding stuffed in at the front for thrusting to keep it safe. The problem with these traditionally has been that they break down. Obviously you're talking about electric tape, and the electric tape gets ripped apart, it wears down, you can always replace it. But after time, you can see the handle gets worn down. Now this Shinai right here is about 20 years old, and I've had it for quite a while, and it of course gets beaten up, and we continue to use it. Sometimes the actual bamboo splits from impact sword on sword. So you'll have to replace the split bamboo, and you're gonna have to source that bamboo, but you can keep the leather sleeve. Now the next place we source our Fukuro Shinai is ourselves. We make them ourselves. Sometimes we found that we can just do it faster, do it more affordable, and oftentimes maybe even do it better than ordering them from Japan. So this is a specific size two-handed sword for the lineage Togakure Ryu, and it's kind of a unique size. So some of the retailers out there that we may buy Shinai from, they usually don't have them. So that meant we had to make this specifically custom. So here you have electric tape handle all the ways down the end. We followed the same model as the Honbu dojo's Shinai. The difference here is that we tied a string here. We kind of brought it together right here with the string, and then we secured the string underneath the handle tape. Some of my colleagues have used hockey tape or sports grip tape. The problem with that is it gets sticky. And you don't want that stickiness when you're handling and maneuvering a sword in your hand. So while even on my own wall I have students Fukuro Shinai with like sports tape on it, I don't recommend it. Now the third and best option that I use, and this is pretty much what my suggestion to you is going to be, is to use the company e-bogu. The link is down below, so you can hop over to their website after you watch this video. And I'm going to recommend that you use their Shinai. Now, I'm going to share with you the two different ones. I have the Shoto, and I have the regular size sword, and I use both of them. Here you can see how they fasten the leather cords here on the scot. Hopefully we're focusing in on that. But a lot of nice attention to detail. And rather than having stitching along the spine, they actually weave in the actual leather in this manner, so it's way more durable, in my opinion. We are not just a kenjutsu school, so we practice that, but we also we use these for our stick fighting. So in our Hombu jitsu, in our bojutsu, we will use these. And I can report to you that these have held up in grappling, arm locking and throwing, in some of the more high impact stick fighting that we do. It involves a lot of arm locks and leg locks. These work great. Now, another attention to detail that I want to share for $8, I had my name in kanji emblazoned into the handle. I thought that was a nice little just a really super cool little thing. It's like $8. Now I want to share with you the shoto. It's pretty much the same thing, but here you can see the attention to detail. Same on the spine of the weapon. Very nice quality bamboo. And once again, $8, name emblazoned on it. My bugo. It's pretty cool. Let's talk about the internals. One of the things about the Ebogu Fukuro Shinai is that I believe they use the same quality of bamboo and the same standards of fabrication with these weapons as they do in some of their Kendo Shinai. Now, I know some of their Kendo Shinai are very expensive and that is a craft in and of itself. So I'm sure that they're not going to that level with these. But still, I received this from them, this shoto, and what it does is it shows me what's going on inside the weapon. And I want to share some of this information with you. On a lot of the Fukuro Shinai that I receive, whether it be from the Hombu Dojo or from some other sources around the internet, some other martial arts school owners that have made them and I bought them from, you don't see them tied together in this manner, and you don't see where the split ends in the bamboo. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it's taped here so that it prevents the split from continuing. This is kind of a common thing on the handles of some of the weapons that I've had here over the years at the dojo. So this is really nice to see. As well, you can see this is very thick. This is a thick piece of bamboo. This is solid. And it's cut appropriately so that the node is at the end of the handle. Now, again, I've seen some Fukuro Shinai come through where the end of the handle is right here, where it's kind of cut with, maybe it was whatever the maker had to use, they used. But you could tell that the handle was weak. These weapons, the handle's substantial and it feels very solid, even though it's a lighter weapon, it's a faster weapon, and it doesn't feel as though it's something like it's not like a thick stick that you'd want to grapple with. We've had good success with these here. Hands down, the Ebogu Fukuro Shinai has been the best training tool when it comes to Fukuro Shinai that we've encountered. We've made dozens and dozens of them. We've had some success there. And the ones that we get from the Hombu Dojo, I think we just get them because we like supporting the Hombu Dojo. But as far as the quality and the standard, it doesn't even compare to the Ebogu Shinai. Now I know that there are others out there. There are other suppliers, highly reputable, and I'd love you to share with me what you've found, what you use maybe at your dojo in your own martial art practice. These are simply the ones that we use here, but I'm really interested in seeing the ones that you use and what your experience has been, both good and bad. I hope you got some value from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd like you to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. If you like it, please go ahead and hit the like button because that helps get more views and more people like you and I get to see this information. Thanks for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it.